It's just always been there. It's always been inevitable. I always knew I was going to spend time in the mountains when I was older, even when I was little.
Okay.
So it's, I don't know, I think it's an internal human attraction to high ground, probably because of something in our DNA or something like that. But yeah, definitely, it's just always been there. I remember when I was 12 years old, one day in class, the teacher asked, what did everyone do this weekend? And I remember saying, I saw a documentary in Kilimanjaro and I want to climb it before 2030. And I remember the whole class packed up laughing. I don't know why, particularly at the time, that was something that was appealing. But basically I did 5 different summits above 5,000 meters. My objectives basically were to go to 3 different base camps, 4 different summits, and 3 different passes, which were obviously specified ones, and it was an overly optimistic goal. It basically equated to 33 days of hiking, and I had 14 days where I was actually hiking, and I managed to somehow still do that, which was not easy, but it's fun sometimes to do things that are not easy.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically the main route that I did was called the 3 Passes Circuit. So basically, normally with Everest Base Camp, you go past Namche and then you go up the side valley to La Bouche, Gorak Shep, Everest Base Camp. I basically followed that route over there, but then at one of the river junctions, a bit down from La Bouche, you go right instead of left. You go up to a town called Chukung, and you go over it's a Kormala Pass, which gets you to La Bouche, then you go to Base Camp. Then you go over Chola Pass, which gets you to the Gokyo Valley, and then you go over Rinjala Pass, which gets you to a 3rd valley, and then you come down that 3rd valley. So it gives you a bit of a variety, and you get to see more of the area. You can't describe it, and the photos look terrible. Like they don't even give you an illustration of vaguely what it looks like.
So how does it work? Is it just you alone in nature, or is there guides with you?
So there's no guide, no porter, no teammates, all on my own.
Okay. And is it scary? I mean, what about crime and stuff like that?
Crime doesn't exist. Crime is. It's a weird country because culturally they're very, very different to what you'd be used to here. So in the mountain areas, the people are predominantly Buddhist, and the primary tenet of the Buddhist religion is you can only take what is given to you, which includes lives of animals, so getting meat to eat is actually quite hard. And in the Annapurna base camp region, you're not even allowed bringing meat into the area is actually a criminal offense because it's considered a temple. Okay. So in the local sect of Buddhism, the mountains are literally the temple where they worship. So which is quite interesting. And then but in general in the country, crime rates are very, very low.
There dangerous animals on the trails like mountain leopards and snakes?
There's snow leopards, but one person will see a snow leopard in 20 years. Okay, so you're very, very lucky to see one, and they don't attack humans. And there was a controversy recently. Someone posted a photo and said a whole long story about it took them 5 years to get this picture of a snow leopard. It's just been debunked as actually fake. So it's those photos are very, very rare.
Yeah.
So. The biggest risk is crossing glaciers. So there was Everest Base Camp itself was on a glacier. So to get to Everest Base Camp, I had to cross a minor glacier plus the glacier the base camp's on itself, and then go back across the same glacier to get back. Chola Pass had a proper iced up glacier I had to cross, and then to get to Gokyo I had to cross another glacier as well. Fortunately, because it's a very trafficked area, there's a good trail the whole way, and the trail specifically takes a safe line. But at one point I was walking along, and you get an ice glacier, which is one thing, and that's where you've got to worry about falling into crevices and all that. But when a glacier gets older and all the ice at the top is gone, you basically get frozen rock and sand, and those types are just horrible to cross because so it's crossing at about 8 in the morning. You don't want to cross a glacier first thing in the morning because everything's frozen overnight. Now it's all melting and everything's all loose and all that. So I'm walking along the top of this glacier and there's this massive glacial pool next to me which is frozen. And this rock, probably about this big, that was literally 2 meters away from me while I was walking past it, just snapped off and fell into the lake below. And okay, I was far enough away from it that a lot of the bank would have had to give way before I would be in danger. And realistically, I wasn't actually in danger. It just gives you context of the whole time.
It could happen, yeah.
You're just permanently hearing rocks falling everywhere on the glacier, and you're hearing the ice cracking, and you're seeing stuff moving. As far as eating goes, so basically, because a lot of, especially in the lower areas, they've been inhabited by the local population for hundreds, if not thousands of years. So they have their tea houses, and basically the tea houses are a form of like a restaurant / shop. So you can go and you can buy water or whatever, or you can go and have a meal there.
Okay.
And but the tea houses also, as like a side business, have accommodation. So it's kind of like a weird business model because you'll pay like literally 500 rupees, which is about 80 rand, for almost any tea house in Nepal. Like that's the cost for a bed for the night. And like, I mean, obviously that's nothing. And you'll be staying in this place with an amazing view and all sorts of stuff. Backpack was reasonably light considering, but warm gear is very heavy, so still carrying, if my water bottles were full, I'd be carrying close to 15 kilograms.
15 kilograms. I see there's a lot of snow on the mountains. Does it get cold? Is it fluctuations? Is it like 4 seasons in a day?
At night it gets very cold. Well, obviously the higher you are, the worse it is. But during the middle of the day, it's actually quite warm. So, yeah, it would be actually it's a bit like Henley in winter. So, at night you'll be wearing all your warm clothes and you'll be shivering a bit if you're outside. But in the middle of the day, you'll be down to 2 layers or maybe even 1 layer, and you're actually fine. At 5,200 meters, you have 50% of the oxygen you have at sea level. Like a gentle uphill is incredibly high. Lukla is statistically the most dangerous airport in the world. The runway is at an 11-degree angle, and it's only like 520 meters long.